Hello everybody, Auburndale Sub Productions here. I am doing a video per the request of AYD trains, also known as Amtrak Man. I'm just going to refer to him as Amtrak Man per his old YouTube channel. So Amtrak Man wanted me to do a product review comparison of the brand new Walthers Proto Phase 4B or Phase 6 and the Phase 7 Viewliner 1s. So let's get right into it, shall we? So just looking at in the box, the metal shine on it is absolutely stunning. Walthers did a bang-up job on these. I'm very impressed. So let's take this out of the box and take a look. So with handling a model, you have to be very careful with taking it out, obviously. And it can be a little tricky. So bear with me. And mind you, I'm doing this one-handed. Nope, not sliding out yet. Just using my thumb to push it out. Sorry, YouTube, it's hard getting these things out. Especially when you're doing it one-handed. So, here's the model. This is what you get when you order up the Viewliners. You get obviously the car. And you also get, if it's already pre-numbered, which this car is, you just get a diagram sheet. If you get the unnumbered ones, they give you a decal sheet. The other Viewliners I've ordered are not numbered, and they'll be coming, I would imagine, probably sometime next week. So I'm guessing the Train World ones won't be here until probably either today or tomorrow. But here's the parts diagram. Shows you all the parts. And if you're missing any, you can call them and they'll be able to supply the parts. But this model does not appear to be missing anything. And this is directly from the manufacturer, so they're very, very good at protecting the model. They use the airbags. And the packaging, as you can see, it's fairly rock solid, and it's a little difficult. It was a little difficult for me to take out. So here is the cover out. Just do that. Let's take a look at this model. The underbody detail. This is just absolutely stunning. I'm very, very, very impressed with what Walthers did. You got the grab irons and the foot irons on the car. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, right there. And the front detail. And you can see there's a little grab iron on the door and warning labels. all in all, they did a bang-up job on this car. I'm very impressed with how these came out. Walthers really knocked this one out of the park, and they look absolutely stunning. So let's compare and contrast with the 40th anniversary Phase 4B Viewliners that Walthers did. So let me try to navigate over to my layout. I do apologize for the mess. I've been meaning to get all these boxes out of the layout room, which is also my bedroom, and I just haven't been able to do that. So here's the old one. It's not as detailed, and there's no lighted interior, but take a look at this car. The detail on it compared to the other one is rather simplified, because this was the older Ready to Run series, and this wasn't Proto. The finish on it, on these, still looks pretty good after 10 years. Oh, this one does have handrails, but they don't come with that. The other thing I'm disappointed with both cars, though, is they did not paint the trim on the diaphragm silver. And for 137 bucks, I mean, come on, Walthers, you can't even paint the trim on the diaphragm. We have to do it. But overall, the new cars do blow the older run of Phase 4B Viewliners out of the water. This is actually Phase 6. The paint on here, actually, this is probably a little more realistic, this one. But the question is, could you run both Viewliners together without there being a noticeable difference between the two? Other than the fact that this doesn't have lighted interiors, paint-wise, they're not that noticeably different with the silver part. It's actually Platinum Mist is the color they use for the Viewliners. In fact, all of their equipment is this same color. But honestly, I'd have to say there's not really that much of a noticeable difference. Both of them with the comes to the plated mist part. I'll zoom in. There is a difference between the two, but in all honesty, I wouldn't mind running the older run of Viewliners with the new ones. Personally, in my opinion, it wouldn't be that much of a big difference. But, I mean, there is a difference between this one and that one, obviously, but it's negligible. So personally, for me, I will be continuing to run these guys with the new ones. However, I'm going to be selling some of the older ones off to my good friend Southern Crescent Studios. I promised that I'd sell some off, so I will be doing that. But that's all I'm selling. I don't want to sell any more other than the ones that I'm already agreed to. I am getting a total of 6 of these guys and 2 of the Phase 7s, which I'll be unboxing right now. So let's get the other one out. I'll move the other box, and I'll move the older one out of the way, and we'll take a look at the Phase 7 compared to the Phase 4B. So it is a product review video, but we're doing compare and contrasting, as you can see. And like I said, these are remarkable models. Even the older ones still today really hold up. And the ones that I have are still running pretty strong. But I did put a lot of maintenance and work into them to get them to run right. And unfortunately with Walthers, I don't think it's going to be any different with the new ones, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the new ones will run perfectly fine without me having to do anything. But we'll find that out at a later date. I probably will try to bring the Viewliners into my club's layout maybe next month. We'll have to see, because there's a lot going on in my personal life, and the club's doing operations, so I have to do it around that. So we'll have to see. Just letting you guys know. Okay, so we have the new car out of the box. Okay, same thing, same deal. You get the parts diagram, and guys, do yourselves a big favor. Keep these with you, or preferably with the model, in case you do have missing parts. You have them, don't lose them, because if you want to get new parts, there's no way you're going to get them without the parts diagram. So leave the parts diagram. What I do is I leave it in the box, and I keep these boxes because I transport them to my club that I'm with, Palm Beach Model Railroaders. I am a member. So here's the car in the box. Kissimmee River. Beautiful, stunning finish. Again, Walthers really knocked these out of the park, and they did a fascinating job with them. So let's open it up and take a look. This is the Phase 7 livery for Amtrak, the new one. And Walthers did Phase 6 and Phase 7. Now, this particular car is sold out at Walthers, but I imagine Train World probably will have some. So if you want to order from Train World, you may be able to do so, or there's other websites, or if you pre-ordered from your dealer, your local hobby shop. They're probably going to be heading into the stores within probably, I would imagine they'll probably be there this week, I imagine, or next week. But they're already in at Walthers. As you can see with the trucks, I've just noticed this. This is not black. These are gray. These are very dark gray trucks. The coloring is a little different on the Phase 7s compared to the Phase 6 models. This is blackened trucks. These are dark gray, so the color is a little different, but that's because it's a different scheme. But yeah, the trucks are different. Okay, so again, same detail. You get the handrails, the foot irons, the handrails, and the unpainted diaphragms. Though to shine up the tip of the diaphragms, it's not too hard. You just got to be extremely careful not to get paint on the back part here. But it's easy enough. You can do it. I've done it. And the back part, roof detail. There's really not much detail on the real ones. And here is the front of the car again. A lot of detail in that door. It's amazing how much detail they put into just the door, the passageway of this car. There's the door. It's just phenomenal. This car, the way they came out with them. And the question is, have I opened these guys yet? No, and I don't intend to. I'm more than likely not going to put people inside because of the concern of breaking the car. So, more than likely, no, I am not going to put people in. I don't think so. I'll do that with coaches, but I don't think I'm going to do that with the sleepers. I don't want to break the car. And unfortunately, with these passenger cars, even the coaches are extremely hard to get into. I've done it. This has passengers in it, but it's extremely hard to do. So I wish they would put passengers in there though, but they don't. But anyways, let's get this sleeper on the track. I'm just putting the camera down temporarily. We'll put this car on the track. It's not really hard getting it on the track. Though with 6-axle equipment, it is a little bit precarious. So, here is the new Phase 7 and the Phase 4B, Phase 6. At a distance, when these cars are rushing by, you don't notice, obviously, when they're rushing by at scale speed 79 miles an hour. You don't really notice. But the trucks are a different color between phase 7 and phase 6, as you can see. The handicap sticker, all of that's on, and it's pre-numbered and named, as is this one. And there's unnumbered cars you can order up to from Walthers. So I'm going to end it there, guys. I thank you for watching. I will eventually make a video of these running at Palm Beach Model Railroaders. Stay tuned for that video. I don't know exactly when I'm going to get around to it, but I am going to try to get permission from my club president in order to do that. And I do thank you all for watching and subscribing, and leave me a comment in the chat below. And I thank you for watching. Auburndale Sub Productions, out.